In this video, we will explore the angle grooving job in SolidCAM. We will be defining this angle groove. Let's start by adding a turning operation and selecting angle grooving. For our geometry, we'll use wireframe mode and we will pick from here up to this entity here. We can confirm our chain. And now you can note that our blue line of updated stock is exactly on the target model. So we don't need to modify our geometry in any way. We can go and confirm our geometry. And we can skip the modify geometry button. We can move on directly to the tools and go inside our toolkit. Here, we will be using tool number 4. It is a groove tool of 3.5 millimeters width. And let's go and click on the cutting point. We take a look here, we have a measure orientation field. We have a machine that has a B-axis here, and we need to measure our tool on the machine in the angle that we will be using it. So, for example, we can go and click measure orientation and say, in minus 30 degrees of my B-axis, I will measure this. Okay, and then we can select this tool. Since we measured it in minus 30 degrees, these minus 30 degrees are immediately here populated in the additional angle for our turning plane. So we can go on and move on to the levels now. Our safety distance is good to be 2 millimeters. And in technology now, we have modes. We can have an internal mode or external mode for our grooving. This is clearly an external mode. For our rough type, we can also have rough and finish. But let's go and recalculate the job now at this moment. Here, if we have rough, we have multiple passes. If we say finish only, it will do only a finishing pass here. Let's go and do also rough and go inside the rough tab. For the rough tab, similar as for the grooving job, we have single and constant. If we put constant here and we put, for example, 2 millimeters of step down, we can have a constant step down on our grooving. So 2 millimeters inside, 2 millimeters inside, 2 millimeters inside. Also, we can put in between an intermediate step down if needed. For a step over value, we can decrease it to 0.5 millimeters and we will get a denser toolpath here. For a cutting order, it can be either rows or columns, same as for the grooving job. If we say columns and recalculate, it will finish the column and then move on to the next one. If we go with the rows, it will go and finish the first row and then the second row and then the third row. For the direction, same thing as for the grooving, we will keep it from side to side and we will be using a stair rough type. For our finishing, we will leave the distance rough offset of 0.2 millimeters. Let's move on to the finish. We will not be using a semi-finish pass, only a finish one with the download list strategy, and we will be doing it on a rest material. For our links, we will start from the right safety corner and end up in the right safety corner without any lead-ins or lead-outs. So now, if we calculate this job, we will get our toolpath and we can go and simulate this. We can switch to our default mode, for example. And here, if we play the simulation, we will see what will happen on the machine. Thanks for watching this video and see you in the next one.